Hello up there and welcome back to ATM10 to the Sky episode 17. For today, we're going to be focusing a little bit more on industrial or modern industrialization, and hopefully we'll get some stuff done. Because today, we're going to be setting up our steam blast furnace. Not for steel, but we need to start thinking about making rubber sheets. And we're going to need to get ourselves some synthetic oil, which does produce from the steam blast furnace from raw synthetic oil. So we're going to get that hopefully set up today. Cool. And a couple of these machines we aren't going to need anymore. Well, yeah, I'm going to need them, but they're not going to be right here because I think we're going to put the steam blast furnace right next to this. Make it a little bit easier to get stuff done. Alright, let's go ahead. First thing is, let's try to get this steam blast furnace done. We'll knock this part out. So this, we need 8. And hopefully I have enough clay bricks for this. And then we need a blasting furnace, which, okay, good. We're good there. Steam blast furnace. Got it. Achievements. Almost steel. Now, here's the thing. We need 31 of these. So it's a little bit larger than the actual coke oven that we made. Just a little bit. We need 31 of you. And hopefully I have enough. Can we get 31? Yes. Whew. How much of that did I need? Fire brick? I still have 56 left. That's okay. That's okay. At least we got this. So now, since I know what the steam blast furnace is going to do, I think we might start removing a couple of these and try to simplify what we have. If you look in our modern industrial, does it not show creosote? We do have creosote in here. Okay. But I want to get steam. Steam is another thing that I want in our system. So I might just hit... I don't like the wires too much. But I want to set up a fluid drawer. I would like a fluid drawer to be able to help us get steam. And I might just set you right here. Because then I can just use my wrench. And hopefully we can... Nope, that's not what I wanted. Let's put you back together. No. Not what I wanted. I gotta remember this. Okay. So then here, wrench over. So I want to set this to an input-output. So we're getting steam in, but we're also sending steam out. That's going to be something we're going to need constantly flowing. So let me get... Let's go with a gold upgrade on this. So then 256 buckets. Now, we're probably going to need a little bit more than this. But for right now, for what we have, I think this will work out perfect. And then at least it's still going to be sending steam out. Hopefully. Which I'm pretty sure that's what's going to happen. So let's go ahead and we'll lock you, link you into the system. And then if I search, I should see steam. Perfect. And every single fluid that is coming from modern industrialization is going to have a fluid drawer. Every single fluid is going to have a drawer. This one I did set up for a gold upgrade for the creosote. And then I finally got our oak drawer to actually start pulling. What you need to do is if you right click it, it's always set to whitelist. So unless you put creosote in here, or not creosote, but coke dust or coke in general, it's not going to pull anything. So I just went ahead and just blacklisted it. And you got to do it for each side. This one, the fluid pipe always is basically you can do out or in. But the item pipe, remember to click it from whitelist to blacklist. So then it just pulls that one item. Cool. So we got that. Now let's start thinking here. We need to see how we're going to get raw oil. Or raw synthetic oil. So in our mixer, we need to take coke dust and water. And that's going to make a product of raw synthetic oil. So I say compressor, thank you for your hard work. And cutting machine, thank you for your hard work. We'll keep these off to the side. And we can just break all these. So what we want to do is we want to set up the macerator probably here. And then we can send that coke dust into the bronze mixer. I think that's going to be easy. And funny enough, I already got synthetic oil. But that's okay. Multi-block levels? All multi-blocks are defined by the hatches of... Okay. Cool. I got it. Because what we're wanting to do is get up here to rubber. We'll worry about the steel stuff coming up. But for right now, I just want to focus on just getting the rubber. Because that's going to come from our steam blast furnace. So it'll be macerator, mixer. We'll go ahead and set the macerator, which is going to pull in items. I can actually take all you back. Thank you. Oh, don't want to lose those. I should turn my magnet back on. The problem is the way that I'm doing this soul sand, I pick up that sand like crazy. I don't really like picking up that sand like crazy. Okay, so that's going to be output. So let's go ahead and we will go ahead and brick you. Okay. You're going to be an item pipe. I don't know how I'm going to reach the top of that. Now that I think about it, I don't know how I'm going to reach the top of it. I could just break that block and get to it. So you are going to be output. You are going to output to the top. Now, let me remove that. Hopefully that's able to send in. Oh, you know what? Can't forget. The item pipes. I almost forgot myself. So you're getting coal coke now. Okay, so now we just need steam. Which... I guess we can just go straight into the back. Back and down. And you. Perfect. And then auto eject enabled. So then we'll put the mixer right next to it. And the mixer is going to need steam as well. And you're probably going to need water too. And you're going to be a fluid auto eject. So this is going to fill up with the Coke dust. And then I think I need water. Correct? Water. So how do we want to do the water? I could set up an ME terminal. Or ME interface. And then add water. And I don't know if I can... I don't think I can put two... Well, that's the item pipe. Don't want to mess that up. I don't think I can put two fluids in there. So how do we want to set this up then? Maybe we'll just put water in there for now. And figure out what's going to be the best way. I really don't know how much water it's going to use up. So maybe we can just fill that up with water for now. And kind of let that run. Okay. I probably need to turn these down. But we should be able to set this up now. Now I think it's the same. Wrong place. Let's see here. What is the size? Yeah, it's just a little bit taller. So then we can do this. Now here is where I want to put that input. Okay. Well, that worked. And then we should be able to fill these in. So the center always stays open. Okay. And it's just one more layer. And then I'm gonna need a fluid output and an input. So here we can do, well, here I'm gonna do the fluid output. Then input here. Is that shape invalid? Oh, because that. Shape is active. Okay, so synthetic oil. That's raw synthetic, but synthetic oil. Does it not need an actual item input? Well, it probably needs steam. So we need to make a fluid, another fluid input. We have bronze gear, and it looked like I needed bronze plates. Okay. You can just grab bronze. Bronze plates. Into the system. And then you are going to actually get rid of those. We got that going. So then we need input. Because it probably needs steam. Okay. And then I should just be able to take this steam. Okay. We got it. Well, that works. And then we can just set up. We're gonna have to build all this back out anyways. I'll fill that in later. So then you are going to output synthetic oil. Well, that wasn't too bad. I don't think so. Lock you and link you. And we should be able to synthetic oil. All right. Well, that wasn't too bad. I could have put it somewhere else. Which isn't a bad idea. But for right now, we have raw synthetic oil in our system. Which works out for me. Now, you... coal. We could send down the water. Or do we like how we have it? Maybe I need to think about that. Because everything is running. You need to lock. You need water. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to figure out how I'm gonna get water in there. Could I do this maybe? I don't want you to connect. Maybe I'll change the direction. Well, that is an item pipe. So I should be able to actually do this. I could pipe in water. That would work. There we go. That works. Constantly piping in water, so then we've always got synthetic oil coming out. That looks good. I think that works. I gotta figure out where I'm gonna put these later on. And we're still rocking on power. Cool. Alright. Let me come right back. And we'll figure out the next step that we're gonna take. And hopefully we can get rubber going. If we get rubber going quicker, then awesome. Then maybe we'll make this smithing template and try to get through the rest of that automotium. Cool. Alright. I'll be right back. So I thought about it for a little while. And I think what we're going to do is we're going to set up our mixer. Ron's mixer. Over here. And this, to get rubber, is paper and synthetic oil, which we have synthetic oil in the system. But I want to go ahead and change out this and show you guys kind of how the item pipes and the fluid pipes almost run together. So we can go up here. And you are going to pull water into here. I almost need to get my shrinking going. Might make it easier. Okay, so we have water going in here. Now we need to get items in here. This is all coming from our ME interface. So you can kind of see how the pipes kind of go together. So then you are going to pull coal. You're going to constantly be pulling coal. And you're always going to have water fed in here. See, I love how the pipes look. And then, honestly, you know what? We'll leave the steam where it is. I think it's okay where it's at right now. And then over here, let's go ahead. Break you out. One over. Might need that for the pipe. So we need to get paper in here and we need to get synthetic oil. So what we'll do is we'll just go ahead and pipe off of here. Channels are going to be a problem coming up. Especially the more we do with this. But let's go back one more. And then you are going to be an interface. And you are going to have paper. Set to 10. And then you need synthetic oil. Which we have. And then we should be able to... We got two different options, really. We could just item pipe. And the thing is I will say this, the more that we work with these items and these pipes, the more that we are going to have to try to simplify it, the more machines that we make. So let's do this. So you're going to... Used to shift clicking. You are going to pull paper. Into the system. And then I can just add paper to you. Which... Paper. Nope, wrong thing. Paper. But we don't have a quick way of making paper just yet. So, don't know why you're on there. So maybe we get ourselves... That's an acceleration card. Let's get a crafting card. Real quick. Crafting card. And let's set up you with a crafting card. I gotta remember how crafting cards work. Paper. How much paper do I have in my system, though? So I'm going to need sugarcane. So we're going to have to set up... Okay, so this is working. We're going to have to set up a sugarcane farm coming up. I think every video that I've posted, my dogs have barked. So, sorry about that. I got dogs. Can't help it. Now, here's the thing. So, it's just synthetic oil and paper. If we use... I mean, I guess we could just use a fluid pipe. And send it here. I love how these pipes just interconnect like this. It looks so good. Extract synthetic. And insert synthetic. And you do need steam. Okay. So here's where the issue comes. We do need steam. So if I take steam from modern industrialization, I put steam in there. And we pipe I guess we can just go this way. And we set up a fluid pipe. Okay. Gonna set up a fluid pipe. With an extractor. And we set the white list to steam. So we can figure this out. So that already fills up with synthetic oil. Let's do this. If we take you off, and we take synthetic oil out, with steam, and then we put we take, yeah, you see what I'm doing? Synthetic oil. If I swap those, and I do that, and that, are you just constantly gonna pull in synthetic? I guess maybe while it's running. So you're doing steam. You're doing synthetic. It is working. All right. So then I just need a functional drawer. And you with you, and you're going to, well, hold on. Can I make sure your output is on top? Okay. Put you on top. Auto eject. Perfect. It's beautiful. You are linked to the system. And we can pretty this place up just a little bit. If I don't do that. Well, that's as pretty as it's gonna get. Actually, you know what? Let's do this. Let's take you off of there. And we'll run you up the same way. No, I don't know where that went. And that should work. I'm not trying to have as many crazy wires everywhere. It's gonna happen. But I think this is actually working pretty well. Once we get paper. It looks like, oh, that's empty. And you're out of coal. Oh, you know what? I didn't set you to take in items, did I? Okay. So item hatch here. Item hatch. Fluid hatch. Your fluid input. You. And then you. Then you're gonna fill up with coal. And you're filling up with steam. So sugarcane. That's the main thing we need right now is sugarcane. And look at that. I think we did pretty well for ourselves. I think we did pretty well. Yeah, I'm happy about this. Keep the fluid pipes on me just for now. Okay. Hey, you know what? I did what I said I was gonna do. And we got it. Now that's only gonna fill up to 2K. And I don't know how much of each item we're gonna need until the more we progress. So if it wants me to make a steel upgrade or steel machine casing. Maybe we'll just make a steel machine casing real quick. If I can type. The way that everything is set up on my computer, it's hard to figure out where I need to type things. So steel. We can just make a few of those. Not going to use all of them. And then I think it also needed steel gear we can make. Steel machine casing. Boom. No rewards for that. And steel age. Oh. You didn't even make a steel upgrade. Okay. You know what? We'll make it. That's okay. Steel upgrade. Sheesh, you need a lot of things. Let's need 2. Steel upgrade. And, oh, we got a bunch of steel upgrades. There we go. Steel Age. Now, we're not going to mess around with that. That'll either be the next episode, or we might take a break on it and go to something else. I kind of have to see how everything's going first. But we may just keep going with this. It's been a lot of fun. Hopefully you all, well, hey, turn around. Yeah. Hopefully you're all enjoying it. But let's get the last thing that I've needed to do for a while. Is knock that out. And there we go. We got a few of them. Look at that. How beautiful. And now we can get infinity cells, which is funny because I don't really know what infinity cell I really want right now. I feel like clay, maybe. It costs a lot. And bees. We'll be doing those. So I don't know what else I really need from that, but you know what? We got what we needed. I don't know if I really want to make all this stuff. I may make the unobtainium armor. I mean, it looks really cool. We may go with that, but I think with that, I don't know. Let me look. What's the boots? Do I have to make all the other things to get this? Or do I just make unobtainium boots? Oh, mech suit. That's yeah, I'd like that. So we just make an unobtainium helmet? It's not showing me how to craft that. Is it just a normal crafting recipe with unobtainium, maybe? I'm guessing it is. I mean, it's not like I have to do a ritual or anything to get it. I think it's just a crafting recipe. But I don't know. I'd like to get more unobtainium from this. Like, that's a good amount. It's not going to come out to being blocks and blocks like I like. But, you know, we'll see how everything goes. But, you know, I'm just happy that we finally got this all going. And we're finally into... Oh, where's it at? Where's that? We're getting that much closer to analog circuits. That's not too bad. Capacitors, gold plates, rubber sheets that we have, copper wire. Okay. That's not bad. Analog circuits, copper plates, rubber sheets, we got that. Resistors, fine wire. Okay. Paper. Yeah, I think tomorrow or tomorrow. I don't know if I'm filming tomorrow. We'll see. I think tomorrow we might look at doing a sugarcane farm and see if there's maybe another farm or two that we can kind of set up real quick and then have that going. because we're going to need the copper. We're going to need the paper to be able to keep the sheets going. And yeah. Thank you all for watching. I'll catch you on the next one. Bye.